today's video, it's the Canadian Grand Prix of Season 2, round number 6. I'm going to try and recover after basically the previous episode, Spain, or as it's more commonly known as Pain. Yeah, I was in the mud that entire race, had a terrible qualifying, started at the back, and then just went backwards after lap 1 really. So I'm going to try and put that behind me and move on. I'm going to move straight to R&D. Alonso has purchased a major rear downforce upgrade, which it's okay. I mean, that will come in time for Canada, I can tell you now. But I like to balance the front and rear downforce up, so I'll probably go front downforce next. This slightly derails my plans because, as you guys know, I'm waiting for this major weight reduction upgrade, which is going to unlock the tyre wear. As well, there is a minor ERS upgrade that I could do, but it's like everything's so expensive in the second season, it's not worth it. Alonso's looking at fuel efficiency. I really don't understand why there. So yeah, I'll probably do that at the start of the next episode. Major front downforce. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to be until Silverstone, but it is what it is. I don't want things to fail. You know, yes, I do have the ability to rush R&D upgrades, but nevertheless, that rear downforce upgrade, has closed the gap on Ferrari. You know, will Ferrari, is it their turn to be in the mud? Well, to be honest, some of them have been in the mud, although Leclerc is third in the championship. McLaren extend their advantage out on front ahead of Williams, although Williams have only shown up at one race so far, so we'll see what happens there as well. A couple of more upgrades there as we move then into qualifying here at Canada, which Canada's probably on the level of what Spain was, so I have gone lower wings. This car suffers from drag reduction, so drag reduction is also on the list after we get that tyre upgrade on really as well. We unlock, I forgot to mention the R&D, we unlock drag reduction by getting that front downforce upgrade on, so hopefully Fernando will work his magic there. I've talked through that anyway, and we're already at the end of the first sector, 2 and a bit tenths up on Bortoletto's time. The time that I'll gain on the AI will be in the third sector. I've got 11.9 wings. I did try 10.8, but it was just a little bit too loose on the rear end really for this car. So I went 11.9. It's probably that's lower than what I think is probably ideal for this track, which is probably about 13.11 or something like that. It is, don't get me wrong, it is low as well. Again, low speed corner, we'll come back to that. But I'm 6 tenths up now on my previous best time as well, and I've got plenty more to do. Bearing in mind that was set up on a used set of tyres, or rather a set of tyres that I've done on a 2 lap run. Straight line up to the Rhine. I mean, in the game it doesn't mean anything, but in real life it's supposed to be quicker, and that's actually P9. I've outqualified Alonso for the first time this season. I mean, we're 6 races in, whatever it is. Yeah, that is fantastic. We've got a bit of a mixed up grid, a British 1, 2, 3 as well. Sonoda's up there in P4, Leclerc as well. Where's Piastri? 19th. Oh dear. Well, we'll see what we can do there. From 9th of the grid, it's time for the race of today's Canadian Grand Prix. Race strategy is a one-stop, not hard to medium, but medium to hard. I think that inside the top 10, I'm definitely happy starting inside the top 10 for the first time this season as well. So normal service I'm sure will be resumed next week. There's a smattering of strategies there. Some people on medium, some people on hard. So we'll do the opposite of our teammates, see which one works out the best. 5 red lights then for the Canadian Grand Prix for 9th place on the grid. And away we go. It's a good start, better than Hulkenberg and Antonelli. A poor start for the Italian, who seems to go backwards. And F125 down the inside of his teammate George Russell. Having a look around the outside here. Leclerc gonna hold it in? No. The Ferrari will cut through. The Ferrari looks like he's on the medium compound tyres. Up at the front though, it's Sir Lewis Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen, who leads this way. I don't think he's actually won a race in this career mode as well. Norris is second, Ollie Behrman still third, but I'm going to be making a move now. Down the inside of Leclerc, the hairpin, and it's a textbook manoeuvre. And yeah, just like in Austria when we were doing the Audi fancy livery video, you can see there that I'm able to get better traction. Tsunoda's going to come back, but I mean, I've got the inside here. Thank you very much. I left him as much room as possible there as well. There was a bit close to the wall there though on the replay. I mean, I left him what I thought was enough space there. Yeah, that was a bit close for Tsunoda, and he went way too deep into that corner anyway as well. So and that's Tsunoda going backwards then, because that's Charles Leclerc going past as well. So Leclerc has followed me through. Tsunoda down to P6, might have damage, and I'm just going to make easy work of Ollie Behrman. It's still a British 1, 2, 3, 4 though, so not entirely sure if that's ever happened in Formula 1, but nevertheless, so Tsunoda's lost out to Russell. He needs to be careful because he could lose out to Hulkenberg, who's causing quite a bit of a queue. He's in front of Antonelli as well, and that's Leclerc going past Behrman. Such a shame for Ollie. He had such a good qualifying in P3, but we know that the Haas is a dreadful car in the career mode. I'm hoping that he can just hang on to the back. And just look at this. I'm not under threat from Leclerc. Definitely not down this straight. I mean, I'm able to get in 3/10 out that corner as well. But someone who is under threat is Ollie Behrman, and that's another British driver, George Russell. We're all up here. If Leclerc wasn't here, we'd have a British top 5 as well. But nevertheless, Leclerc's going to have a go into around the outside into turn 1. I'm going to try and leave as much space into turn 2. But then get the better traction out of turn 2. Look at my rears now, 31% on the rear left. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a replay of this. It's a bit unorthodox to make a manoeuvre around the outside. I know it turns you to the inside for turn 2, but then you need the traction, and I'm not entirely sure the Ferrari's got the traction, even with the AI over OP tyre wear compared to the player. And Russell, I mean, I don't know what that Mercedes is on, but that engine he's just swooped past Leclerc there as well. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I had that engine in the back of my car. But move to lap 11, the tyres are 43%. Compare that to on the rear left, compare that to the front right of 9% wear. So it's not great. Yes, as well. 2.4 second stop, a little bit of unsafe release there. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. I mean, the FIA clearly didn't pretended that didn't happen either as well. And yeah, and it's going to be out into P16 as well. Hamilton though, he has come out in P3, stuck behind Russell as Norris and longer. This is where the strategy is going to be a bit play out. Is the undercut going to work onto the Haas, or all the medium runners? Those are on the Haas now, be able to hold out. Leclerc is having a go. That's his best chance Leclerc's had so far. There's a yellow flag up the road. We'll have a look at that in a moment. And it is for Esteban Ocon, who, hasn't qualified as much high up as his teammate. And unfortunately for Esteban, his engine's blown up as well. So yeah, once everyone's made their pit stops, Hamilton still leads comfortably by the looks of it over Norris, who's now on the mediums. I'm P3, Leclerc P4. Russell's still P5, but Albon's jumped way up into P6 as well. And poor Ollie Behrman, he was like P6 before I made my pit stop. He's now out of the points. Yeah, the the hard medium strategy doesn't seem to have worked for a lot of people. Norris has lost out, although I'm sure he's going to come back in the fastest car. Leclerc having got another go at me there. Nothing doing there, and that's going to allow Russell to have a go at Leclerc as well. And yet to see Albon if he can close up to this lot, bearing in mind he is in the second fastest car on paper on the grid, but hasn't really shown that really, apart from that one race which he won at Imola as well. But look at that. I mean, just look at that Mercedes engine. We could be seeing this next year. I mean, this is 2026 in game as well. We're watching Ollie Behrman here. I mean, he's stuck behind Hulkenberg. There's Colapinto, and Gasly's in the points. I mean, why is there a dustbin in the points as well? Yeah, clearly the undercut from medium hard as well, as I failed to stay ahead of George Russell apparently, even though he went past for about 2 seconds. You know, I hate it when the objective does that, but I don't really care. It's not going to affect the stats anyway, so yeah, Russell's going to keep having a go, but again, I'm just trying to frustrate him. Although the AI don't have dirty air, and they don't suffer from nearly enough tyre wear as the player does, I want his tyres to wear out, and I'm being helped out by Charles Leclerc, who's got past, or he thought he would got past Russell, except Russell has been able to once again unleash the extra power that is the Mercedes engine. But this time, Leclerc is able to use his battery to stay in front of the Mercedes, and it's Leclerc now back in front, which is my preferred person. He's going to send it up the inside the hairpin, a little bit different there. Leclerc's very good strategy, but again, it's a low speed corner, and yeah, and then of course Leclerc is just a sitting duck compared to the mighty power of the Mercedes power unit as well. So as Russell annihilates Leclerc again, that is Alonso getting past Albon, which is good for us, good for the constructors, because I think Williams are a direct rival as well. Meanwhile, Leclerc closing in on George Russell, so he is using more of his battery, which is a bit more intelligence there from Leclerc's AI. We don't usually see that, as opposed to just making the same move again and again. Russell, though, probably getting frustrated making that move, me defending the inside. And again, Leclerc's going to come up there. Alonso's nipping at the heels. That's Colapinto, by the way. He has actually cleared Gasly. So Colapinto has put in a few laps and is caught up to the back of his teammate as well. But then again, I mean, Leclerc, you might as well get the white flag out at this point, because you can't match the Mercedes even with your battery. So twitch there for Russell there. Maybe the tyre wear is starting to kick in on the Mercedes driver. Meanwhile, watching Behrman this is for pride really, it's for P11. Gasly, you can see in the blue and white Alpine up the road, that's P10. But Behrman able to out-traction Carlos Sainz in the Red Bull, who started way behind his teammate, is now in front of his Red Bull teammate. As I come through then, the final couple of corners, I have faced a lot of defensive work, but it is nevertheless back on the podium.
Yes, mate, I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Is that a podium? That's a podium. Yeah, nice shot, mate.
That's how I want Mark to celebrate, but alas, I will do the celebration for you and say back on the podium. P3, I mean, it has been coming. I've been consistent. Been outside the podium a couple of times. P4, P6 is ignoring Spain as well. Yeah, clearly, obviously, a bit of a mixed up grid here and there. The likes of Behrman, Tsunoda, Ian and co. finishing down the order out of the points starting way up there. I'm back up to P5, 1 point behind George Russell, who finished right behind me as well. Norris is way out in front as well, as he would have been if he hadn't got disqualified. Constructors 3 points behind Williams. This is interesting. Looks like Ferrari may have secured P2 though in the constructors, but P3 for Aston Martin Honda. Even in real life, I think they would definitely take that. But yes, that's where though I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, see plenty more F125 driver career videos and other F125 content as and when it comes out. All I want to say is I want to thank you for, if you have got to this moment in the video, I want to thank you for spending the time, spending your quarter of an hour, 20 minutes watching this of your day, watching this video, watching me return to the podium. But until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.